Hi there, Dr. Omri here. Wanted to share with you, as I mentioned per my last video, a little backstory about my body during the time that I was finding my way back here to Santa Cruz, and the Amazon business that I shared with you in the last video tanked as soon as we moved back from South Florida. And about a month later, my low back totally froze. So it's kind of like the missing link in my body. We all have our spot, right? We all have like that those one or two areas that when life gets a little stressful, kind of that part of the body speaks up. For me, it's my low back. My low back has been, now in hindsight, that I could talk about it, it's been the biggest gift of my life. It froze on me when I was a pre-medical student in my mid 20s, and shifted my life path to go to chiropractic college and then learn how to better take care of myself. That was my selfish decision to go to chiropractic school, and then once I got to chiropractic college, and I mean that's a whole story in itself. That's probably a couple videos, but amazing synchronicities happened, and I got into network care, and I totally transformed the way that I viewed the body from mechanism to vitalism. And now I'm working on a project with Dr. Bruce Lipton, who's like the vitalism guy, and we're going to be teaching other chiropractors about the science of vitalism. But back to the story about my low back pain. It was such a debilitating condition and situation that for 2 weeks I was totally bedridden. I couldn't do a thing. I could barely get out of bed. Was sleeping actually in the living room because I didn't want to bug my wife in the middle of the night, because I was like basically, where it takes you like 15 minutes to even get to the bathroom type of thing. And the most amazing thing is I was back in Santa Cruz, and there's so many amazing practitioners here. And there was something intuitive that I knew. And many of you are familiar with somatorespiratory integration and the 12 stages of healing. It was interesting, like my body was stuck, which is a stage 3 type of response. And a lot of times with stage 3, we're kind of like in between stage 2 and 3, which is about polarities and about stuckness. And transcending that then moves us into our power and into merging past something that's illusory in our lives. And that's how we can then move into resolution. And I was so not in stage 2 for the first time in my life with having such a back pain, that I just realized that I was stuck. There was just this stuck energy, and it wasn't about anyone outside of myself that had any answer for me. So I just decided to like ride this thing out and just be in the pain, feel the pain, connect with it, and not really be miserable. But I mean, I think my family was probably miserable for a couple weeks because I was basically decapacitated, couldn't do a thing. And so during this time, what came up like towards the end of this 2 week period of being in such crippling pain, I mean, the pain probably lasted like a month and a half, but 2 weeks were like, like that, like not doing a thing, and being totally stuck in the house, like wearing pajamas all day, and maybe a shower every few days because it was just so difficult to do it. But what came out of this journey and pain-ridden, period in my life is that I knew that I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew that somehow it had to do with me reconnecting to my purpose, reconnecting to my core. And my low back, low back represents our lower chakras, or our root chakra, like who am I and what's my self-identity, my relationship. This was about my relationship to myself, my relationship to my vocation, my relationship to my purpose in life. And it became really clear that that was my call. And it's pretty amazing because then shortly after, as I shared also in my last video, I rented space at the Center for Source Healing, which happens to be across the street here from the Wellbeing Center, which is an amazing synchronicity, as I shared last time. and started taking care of people and running into people that I've seen many years ago, and it just reignited my passion. I was like, man, I really enjoy doing body work. I really want to get back into this thing. And it was cool because I got back into it in a really gradual way. It was just loving what I was doing. It wasn't about the like making money. It wasn't about any of that. It was just about like connecting with people, sharing my gifts, and really enjoying every single contact. Like every visit was amazing. Every contact was amazing. And it was just, it's like, man, this is it. This is what I want to do in life. And it's amazing. It's just a couple months being back at the center there, and my back not only transformed, but I've been feeling amazing in my body. I've made huge changes in my diet, the way I take care of myself, just little habits that, as we all know, little things that like we're like, oh, I'm going to change that, or I have a desire to change this or change that, and things just kind of gradually fell into place. It wasn't about like trying to figure anything out, make things happen. It just, everything was just coasting. And that's when I, met Christina at the Center for Source Healing, and then hooked up with John as well. And the rest is history, right? And then I landed here at the center, and so fired up to be here, as I've been sharing in all my videos with you so far, and look forward to getting you and your family out of pain and discomfort if that's what's going on for you, because there's always a story behind it, right? It's not just the pain, it's not the discomfort. There's something there, and when we can connect to the meaning behind it, there's a transformation that's waiting for us. And once we connect to that and that passion and whatever that next thing is for us in that direction, life can guide us in an amazing ways, and things show up in our lives synchronistically the way they're meant to be. And when the field is ripe, as my friend Bruce Lipton would say, when the field is ripe and ready, things just line up, because it's really about the energy. So I feel like the energy was ripe here at the practice, and being here again is a dream come true for me. I look forward to meeting you guys, and I look forward to giving you that light that I promised last time, so I could shine my light upon you. And tune in. More videos coming up. I'd like to share with you some other news of the party we're going to do here. We're going to do a going away party for John and Christina and an open house next year. We're going to have some cool guests from our community, and it's going to be awesome. Love to see all of you there. And yeah, be well. Take care. Thanks for your time again, watching this. Bye for now.